So, this. Okay, so, and playing Sea Lord Aislinn. Stuff. Where'd he go? That. It's his stuff. Where are we? So who are these guys down here? Oh, lizardmen? Oh, I'm just looking at they're under attrition in the water because they suck at dealing with water. So anyway, we are up here. We're in the process of basically killing Dark Elves off of out of South America. Hey, Grayling, welcome back. Hey, Voodoo, welcome back. So anyway, been working on this, and we conquer it for ourselves. But as you can see, the little emblems here are not in our marker or banner, whatever. And the reason for that is because Aislinn only has so many colonies he can conquer at a time. It's his mechanic specific to him. The only way he starts off, I think, with 1 or 2 colonies that he can create, and then he's got to go through technology and doing events and that kind of stuff in order to get more. Currently, we've used up 6, and we have 1 more left to go that we can actually colonize. Do we conquer the whole world? Yeah, that's not really possible for him, as far as I know. His thing is that he goes out and establishes outposts for the other elves, and in the process he picks up colonies here and there, but he will probably never match anybody colony for colony. But the upside is he gets to give out colonies to his friends. So as you can see at the bottom of the screen, see the little numbers there? Those numbers are how many outposts he's given to these elves. So as you can see, his favorite right now is Elariel. We wanted to see, the most you can give is 10. I was curious to see if we got anything special for giving her 10 colonies, and I don't think we got anything special for that, but I'm not sure. And then as we do stuff for them, we get bonuses for different things and that kind of stuff. And this is kind of like it's kind of like a tech tree using a different currency. He's got 5 currencies he's got to worry about. This is one of them, dedication. And each one of these little buttons eats up so much dedication. It starts off, I think, at 500. And then every one you buy increases the price for that group by 100. So the first one is 5, next one's 6, 7, 8, 9, that kind of thing. And they all work the same way, but they're not. Their costs are different, or aren't connected to each other. So in this case, the next one we got here is 700, and the next one over here is 900, because 2 and 4. And then this one's got 3, so it's going to be 8. Or sorry, 9. Can't do that. It's actually 4 over here. So again, those costs aren't connected to each other, but they're all using the same currency. Yeah. So anyway, that's that stuff, and these are just basically bonuses and opening up buildings, which open up technologies, and they get additional colonies through here, as well as dragon ships. Dragon ships we'll talk about here right now, simply because it's also a thing for him.
The currents can lead one anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, dragon ships, these are basically black arcs that the Dark Elves get.
Wisdom is subtle, turbulent, above all, unpredictable.
Shut up. He talks way too much. He talks way too much. But anyway, so basically it's floating city. Using another currency, using one of his 5 currencies. In this case, they're called dragon ship supplies. And there's different ways of getting those. Typically, usually through the outposts you create, or buildings you build in regular colonies. As you can see, it works just like a regular city. They got to build up population down to your left. Got to get those up, and those open up new stuff, and so basically it works just like a regular city, except that it's floating, and it also does other things like provides
Guardian by day,
things.
Navigator by night, Seamaster forever.
Yeah, you said that already. The dash line, that's the range of its effects for, say, supporting armies and battles and that kind of thing, as well as some other things. Hey, Dragon Hellas, welcome back. So that's him, and he does get multiple dragon ships. We currently have 3 out of 5. There's another one over here. These are not
sea
as
creatures both foul and noble heed me. Sea Helm.
So these are new. Oh, you're ready for an upgrade too.
Beyond Ulthuan's shores, there is no certitude.
Oh, that's right. He's over here going to be harassing Nurgle. This is a Nurgle our faction over here. So we're going to be harassing them. Should we upgrade our ship first? Sure, why not? It's only a turn. I guess we should discuss the currencies, huh? So currencies, we got normal treasury, aka gold. Then we have influence, which is a normal high elf influence, or sorry, currency. And this is primarily for dealing with the elves in different ways. Mainly for him, it's to screw with their... Maybe it's not screw is the right word. Patronage stuff. So, yeah, this is related to the... This is where influence comes in other than the normal high elf stuff. But patronage. Your generals can become patrons in different areas of Ulthuan. And the point is to, I guess, to fill all these up. As you can see, we got 3 of 3, 3 of 3, 1 of 3, 3 of 3, 1 of 3, and 2 of 2. I'm guessing filling all these up is a thing. I didn't really read what his objectives are for campaign purposes because I don't really care. We just do them and that's it. Or just play the game and let it go. But I see, so we've got some here. And in order to get from 1 to 2 to 3, you have to do certain things. So we have to develop your patronage to tier 3 in the following provinces. So Northern Evress and Southern Evress. Now we do need a general to be here. So Kavina. Oh, and here, when you have your patronage going on in these areas, these are the bonuses you get. And these bonuses get better as your tier goes up. And you kind of want to match the bonuses to, the army. I have no idea what this army is running, but once we see stuff here, this is the only for the general's army. So this was Kavina. She is, I think this is a princess. So, Swordsman Hoeth units, they get bonuses here, as well as Mastery of Elemental Winds and blah. So helping mages out here too. So this is if she has more, spellcasters in her army, this would be a good deal. So anyway, do this, do transfer patronage. I actually want to switch lord. No, do I? Do we have it? No, we already have tier 3 here. I'm in the wrong place. We want to be over here. I was in the wrong one. So this is where we want to go. So, wondered why there's so many bonuses there for a first one. Why is this one only 2? Yeah, because we're not there yet. So, favor for Phoenix Kings, reinforcement range plus 10%, weapon strength plus 10% when in own or allied territory. Wall. Another Southern Evress. Okay, so Southern Evress, you get to favor the Phoenix King, blah blah blah. Control plus 3 for a local province, and melee defense plus 5 when defending. She is not going to be defending too much stuff. So Northern Evress. Recruitment cost reduction and physical resistance 6% during siege battles. That might be helpful for her. She's going to be primarily, I think, ambusher, but this might be a thing. Or taking stuff might be a thing. Why can't we take patronage? This position is taken by another faction. They're shipping it right. Why doesn't it let it be? Influence 40. We have the influence. Huh. For some reason it's not letting me take it. This one will let me do it though. I wonder why. Huh. This one, northern and southern for Evress. So it's those two. I don't know why we don't... Wondering why they're not letting us take this one. So, Negrith and Shrace. So, we can still do those up to here too. Let's take a look at them, actually. They might be a little bit more compatible with her. Doesn't open up for her. I wonder why it's just the one. Huh. Southern for some reason. Because usually it tells you why they can't. See, no lord selected, so select a lord, and it's taken by another faction. Okay, but that doesn't stop us. Hasn't stopped us before. So anyway, we'll take this. Okay, and then the real reason we're in here is to show off how influence works. And currently, there's our bonuses. Then we use some more influence, 100 points. Gets us some more stuff, more control, better armor for Great Eagle units. Not gonna really help her too much, but that's okay. And then last but not least, so control +2 all provinces. Armor +20 for Great Eagle units that are arming. Melee defense +20 when defending. And reload time reduction +20% for Sky Cutter units in their arming. Tier 3 benefits, immune to threats from other lords, and fulfills one requirement for Confederating egress. Confederation. Yeah, we've learned not to do Confederation. Hey, Gray, welcome back. Confederation is basically a death trap. Because the way Confederation works... Where's their third one? Oh, Northern, that they didn't let me take. Now we have to recruit another general. In order to... see, another lord or general. In order to take this. But anyway, Confederation. Confederation is... basically merging merging a faction together with yours, and when you do that, you get all their territories as well as all their armies and all the expenses that come along with that. And because Mr. Aislinn has a limited number of colonies he can have, and we also found out this out last time as well, is even if he has space for colonies for him to create, when you confederate somebody, they don't go to him for whatever reason. They become like their own little independent faction that aren't necessarily friendly with you. Because I couldn't walk my armies into the territories once we confederate them. It's really bizarre. I don't know if that's working right or not, but Confederation is basically pointless for him because you don't get anything out of it other than a big bill for the armies that you now control. And yeah, it's not suggested. That's highly discouraged for me. Now recruit a specific instead of a general, because general is better than specific. Ask any generalist what they think about specific.
The sea is calm today.
But anyway. Yeah, he can't build anything else yet until he gets that upgrade, because we don't have the population to get those things. That's what the number one needs. And get another turn until we get another population, though, so that'll work. So anyway, upgrading that one, and then once we're done there, we're going to be taking our 3 dragons, 2 moon dragons, and a Select One Eye, the Merworm. That's a unit of renown. We'll be probably rolling over a Nurgle here. Hopefully, that's the plan. And Kavena, this is the one we just talked about. She is still building up her armor.
Navigate cautiously.
So it'll be more of an ambusher. You know, why didn't I go 5 and 5? Any other Krakens? No, there's no Krakens. We got a Merworm that's, like I said, it's a very disappointing. I thought it was going to be a sea dragon, but it's basically just a big salamander. Very disappointed there, but it's not that it sucks. It was just I was disappointed in the model is all. I was kind of hoping for a sea dragon, but it wasn't, or sea serpent of some kind. Not a big lizard, not a big salamander. It's not very ferocious looking. But anyway, units. Much money do I have? I have 4 grand on income. So what does she want? So she's got a mage of death, got a noble, princess. Don't we have... What's this walking around? She is sitting inside the city protecting that. Right, that's her? Yes.
High elven archmage.
And he's sitting out there with a boat waiting for stuff. She
I serve
does
the
not have a
Phoenix
boat.
King.
She's just a regular army. This guy's got the dragon
Sea
ship.
Hell!
He's waiting for his stuff until she gets her stuff. These guys are just sitting in the city defending it. Same thing up here. Same thing up here. And then him. Okay.
I obey the sea, the
So, now. She's a princess. Oh, she's got no armor, or she's got no items or anything. So, seeking arrows. So she likes archers. Because, yeah, that's her ability, right? Yeah, that's her ability to play around with that stuff. Yeah, she's an archer. Okay. What kind of mount she's going to end up? She's going to end up on an eagle or a griffin. No, she's actually going to end up on a dragon. Either a moon or a star. So, okay. So, princess. What kind of arrow? What kind of stuff do we want?
Guides my vessel.
More archers? Actually, does her ability actually do anything about that? So, weapon strength. That's individual. This is all individual stuff. So, dedicated to Sorcerian. Now she got to choose from all these. Charge bonus, melee, sacking, armor piercing, weapon damage. Leadership +5 for dragon units. So that's dragon unit stuff. Spearmen, rangers, and archers. Keep in mind that spearmen and archer units are not the Sea Guard. Sea Guards fall into their own little group, so that doesn't apply to them. Lions don't care about. Dragon princes and swordsmen. There's Phoenix Guard. Okay, just a second. Rocket's stuck again. Be right back. Okay, so I'm looking. So she's actually not. She's not getting anything special here for archers on her stuff. Thinking that might be a thing for. Oh, there's our Lothan Guard. Sorry, Sea Guards. So that's the one she's going to be picking up more than likely. Reduces their upkeep and increases their leadership. But that's about it. This one. So upkeep for our army is reduced, recruitment cost is reduced, income from all buildings increased by 10%. Local region though. So this is connected to that one's connected to that one, at least 3. I wonder if these are going to lock each other out. But here's our hunt. These are our missile stuff. So this is our archer stuff. Master Archer, passive abilities, sight beyond sight, missile strength cat, and that one. So more than likely we're going to be going that rate. If picking this one locks out that one and vice versa, we're going to be going that way because we're trying to do a kind of an ambush archer focused army here with her because that's her thing, I believe. So what other archers do we have to play around with other than the Sea Guard? Although with the Sea Guard bonus, Rangers do not have ranged. Neither you and neither you. Shadow Warriors. They have ammunition. Good range, vanguard deployment, stalking, and master ambushers. So, this unit can move while it's hidden in any terrain, firing in any direction, even while it's running. See, cheaters. So probably should pick up some of them. The Shadow Warriors. How many? 2? Maybe just 2 for now. And Sea Guards, we got 5. Yeah. Another one, just for fun. Should get a dragon. He's sitting here for 3 turns if we do. So we shall. Okay, so we'll get a dragon in this group because never hurts to have a dragon. And let that go for there. Okay, so that. So cities.
Unleashed.
So eastern colonies. This is one of our outposts. So the outpost. So I guess we should explain his mechanics on how Aislinn and his stuff works. Because again, he only has a limited number of colonies. And so what that means, when he conquers something, he gets a choice on what to do with it. He can, raise it, sack it, all that other normal stuff. But then if he has a colony point available, he can turn it into a colony. So what that means, you have to be really selective, because again, limited number of colonies, and you don't want to have a crappy colony. So you either pay, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes how good these things are going to be ahead of time, but typically you only want to colonize the capital cities and Citadel of Dusk versus Dusk Peaks. So you turn this into a colony, and then you can go ahead and conquer the other one, because you do want to do that, because you want the whole colony, or the whole province under your control, or at least elven control, we should say. Now you could, if you had enough points, you could colonize both of these, if you really wanted to, which we could have. Well, maybe at that point when we took this one, we couldn't have, but in our next, province, we could have maybe taken 2. Who knows? If we had 2 points, we could take capital and another one. But in this case, for explanation purposes, that's gotten too long. When you conquer these, instead of turning it into a colony, you turn it into an outpost, and then you give it to one of the other high elven lords, and that's where this comes into play, as we were talking about earlier. It's on the wrong screen there. Patron. No, not patronage. What number was that? Was it the Unity? No. It was this one. So again, this is what the numbers at the bottom mean. All right, that's how many outposts we've given to them. Is it outposts? Yeah, outposts. And yeah, and the reason you do that is because when you do that, they like you better, and you still get to use the outposts. They get to use it. They get to do something with it too, I believe. Yeah, they get to, because this is an outpost.
Master of the White Tower.
So they're using it, turning it into a city of some kind, or whatever it's supposed to be. It's a smaller town, really what it is. Instead of the capital, it's a smaller one. So they still get to use it that way. And we get to use it in our own way, which is this stuff, which they don't see, and we don't see what they're building either. But, so, yeah. You still get to use it as a smaller town type deal. It's just that it doesn't have as many selections as it would if it was a real town. Like what they're getting to use it for. It's complicated. So, and again, that's just to make them like you a little bit better, because they appreciate that. And then we have elven trade to worry about, and then we have dragon ship supplies, and then we have dedication. So there's your 5 currencies: gold, influence, elven trade, which is, it's mainly produced through the outposts, because that's where their buildings are primarily supposed to be doing. So this is another one, right? Yeah, this is another outpost. So again, these guys, they produce, as you can see, elven trade, and give this particular building gives a garrison as well. but produces elven trade, which we need for reasons, and then that kind of stuff. And then we have this as well. More elven trade, and if there's certain things that match up with what it wants, you get bonuses and whatever. So influence, elven trade there, some income as well. And then these general idea of more elven trade, you get dragon ship supplies in this building. And then this one is elven trade, obviously, then more income. So most of your elven trade is developed through your outposts that you give to the other elves. And usually get 2 per province. And you could put all 3 too, if you really wanted to. Just like you could put 3 colonies in there if you got the points, and there's the space, but you can also put 3 just regular outposts too. Which eventually you probably will end up doing. Because I actually think I might have done that in a couple of places.
Our traditions make us strong.
Golden Colossus. Okay, this is my colony up here. We just did take, and now we are working our way through.
Leader of Assyrian's navy.
Going.
Surfing prow, proud and tall.
Okay, here, Ronka crying again. Be right back, sorry. Okay, so, stuff. Where was I? So I went over, longest recap ever. The plan for today is to kick the crap out of more Dark Elves going up the coastline here. Lizard men we're kind of friendly with. For how long, I don't know, but they're pretty strong. But anyway, kick the crap out of these Dark Elves here. Probably take one of these spots as another colony for us. Which one should it be? The Great Turtle Isle. So that one. That's going to be our next city. Our colony. Because we have one more point there. And then we'll take the rest of it after that. Kick the crap out of them. And then go beat up on Nurgle to the east. Way over here. Up there, actually. So he's next on the list of things to be killed because nobody's friends with Nurgle. So we don't care about kicking the crap out of him. And that's the story for now. So how are we doing diplomacy? So diplomacy. Reichland wants a non-agreement or non-aggression agreement. So does Tomb Kings like Barris, Talabecklin too. I don't really care. Hey, look at my strength. I'm doing pretty well here against some of these losers, except for this is the Empire. They could be problematic. 43 settlements to my whopping, what, 6? See, is it not even close to being a fair fight there? Anyway, trade agreements. Nobody's ruling to trade with us for a while, and we've got lots of trade to do. We got so much trade. Lower left-hand corner there. Military access. Khemri. So Tomb Kings want military access. They're on, that's Bretonia. They want access too. What does Reichland want access to? They're on the other side of the world. Defensive alliance. Nobody. Military alliance. Nobody. Although, you can see we've got some, basically we've got all our military allies high elf thing going on, so we're good there. Seem to be missing somebody though, I think. Is Aleth Anar still around? I don't know if he's still around. Maybe that's what the skull means. Revive this faction and reinstate its lord by reclaiming and returning to them their former capital, the monoliths. Ah, so he's not with us anymore. The monolith is nowhere close to where I am, though. So that would be an epic quest in itself. But anyway.
Master of magic.
You are just guarding that.
Poised valor.
You're waiting so you can start recruiting things. That's it. So, how many rights do we have that I have been totally ignoring? Nothing there. This is just for when we're building lots of stuff, which we haven't been doing lately. This one. Unbreakable Ships Company and Northern Sea units. Okay, speed plus 20% when fighting at sea. Enables frozen contact effect, unable to move for the water elemental units that we think we don't have any of those, despite the fact they're the Aislinn special units and we don't even use them. Attribute perfect vigor for Merworm units, all armies. Only lasts for 3 turns. 10 turn cooldown 1500. Recruitment cost reduction for recruiting these guys, which we haven't been. So, anyway, next turn. And we're down to something like 60, 65 units? 60 units total. Or sorry, factions. 60 factions are left out of a couple of hundred. They've been dying off. It happens. Oh look, pirates are dead. What's in delayed? Diplomatic relations. Where do you get this from? Oh, that's right. They traveled all the way over here. So diplomatic relations +5 with Bretonia, passive ability. The blessing of the lady, yes. The awakening. What? Populace on one of your settlements is gradually vanishing. Three whole turns. I'm not worried about that. Okay. Look, high elves. They're our friends.
Ah, a summons.
Yes, a summons. So
The currents can lead one anywhere and everywhere.
lizard men. We're not at war with them, right? No, we're not at war with them. They're just, again, they're still in attrition because apparently lizards don't know how to swim.
Sea Lord Aislinn.
We're headed up here.
Signal the fleet. Raise anchors.
Yes, we're good there. So the Golden Colossus garrison is adequate for dealing with the Dark Elves that are running around currently in this area. So that's fine. Oh, look. Dire Coast. So level 3 goes from here to there. So again, bigger garrison at this outpost. And better stuff. So that one. And then the roads here, which gives us more dragon supplies. One more dragon supply. As well as more elven trade and more supplies, because when there's an elven colony in this province, which is ours, we get bonuses. So, yes please. You're just sitting there, guarding.
Hero of the Assa.
Waiting your turn in line.
Protecting Althwan.
Oh, he leveled up by doing nothing. Or you, what do we want? These are, these lock each other out. So, upkeep reduction, sorry, 5% reduction on ship company, allowed their sea guard units, melee defense +4, income reports +1%, which is nice. Leadership for the ship's company and sea guards. This one, spearmen, rangers, and archer units, reduction in upkeep, physical resistance 3%, leadership +5 for those same units. Spearmen and archers, actually, but not rangers. Maybe, probably not. Dedicated to add a little whatever. So upkeep reduction for dragon units. Income from sacking settlements +15%. Armor piercing, weapon damage +30, and leadership for dragon units. Maybe make him the dragon guy. Does he even get to ride a dragon? He does. Got an eagle. He gets a chariot. He's going to be flying around in a chariot. Or an eagle. You get to choose if you want. I don't know. More dragon. Dragons are always good, though. He just won't be on one. That's all that means. He just won't be on a dragon.
Serve me well. The Order of Belshazzar.
Okay, so this is this little ship, the dragon ship for him, right? Yes. So this doesn't require a populace point. So take that. It's only a turn. Do I have better sales? Campaign movement range plus 10%. Campaign sight range 10%. Sure, why not? We'll be sitting around for a while anyway.
Veteran Sea Guard.
Dinah the mage. Metal mage. You are working on your stuff here. So, more mana or transmutation of lead. So this is a debuff. Affects enemies in range. All enemies in range. Reduces their weapon damage and melee attack. Range is 35 meters, so not huge. Duration lasts for 50 seconds and cooldown is 42. Sure, do that. Next.
Handmaiden of the Ever Queen.
And then you. She is a handmaiden. We're trying... How did she end up over here? Why is she over here? I think we're trying to get her back over to here, and the only way to do that is there should be a travel point in this area. I think this takes her down there. These are sea lanes. These are specific to Aislinn stuff. Where did it go? I think that's the right one we want.
Without delay.
These handmaidens. What's a good handmaidens? What are they good for? Handmaidens are... They stimulate growth. Oh, I probably sent her back to that city, maybe. Damage buildings, stuff like that. Valor of Ages, weapon strength. Hard to hit. So she's actually melee. Or, I guess she could be a ranger too. She actually is an archer. Oh, I'm bringing her back. I want her to be part of that army I'm building because of her. She's a nice little archer too.
Setting sail.
We're ignoring this because she can't take that by herself. I hope we're going to the right one down here. And as entered blah blah. Direct travel between the Jade Sea and Eastern Tides. So Jade Sea is here. And then Eastern, that's down here. So that's what we're doing. The Eastern Isles, that's going to take her down here, which is where we want her to be. So it works.
Proud to serve.
Yep. Okay. Building upgrade. So the Awakening. This is the one that was taking the population penalty, wasn't it? So the colony toward level 5. It's going to open up Celestial Form for us, which is more trading stuff. We'll also, I'm going to have 2 more slots. Dragon Prince is out of there. Colony Sport. Yeah, this isn't a really big, not a real army production city. It could be, but it's not. Mainly because there's not a whole lot of bad guys over in this area anymore. When we first got here, they were all over the place, but since the lizard men and the elves have moved in, they've kind of disappeared for some reason. I'm not sure why. Not sure why. Anyway, this one is ours. So we've got another slot we can build on if we want. This is the Phoenix King's Treasury, which gives us technology marble stockpiles, whatever that's good for. Oh, that's reasons. But income, more trinkets, and control is 50 or more, which it is. So yes, build that. And this we're not upgrading quite yet because it requires... It's to produce 200 dragon ship supplies, but it costs 500 elven trade per turn. And currently we are at... let's see, building construction. Yeah, we're like only like plus 300 or so. So building this building would put us into negative on elven supplies. Elven trade, sorry. So we don't want to do that yet. So we sit on that one for a while. We can't build another building though. This is income. But again, we're trading income for elven trade. So this is what elven trade is used for, you know, producing other things, really. So the dragon ship supplies and money, usually they can be switched around like that. Too many if you have the right buildings or not. So not you. That's just to see if the Skaven are down below us. This is more of a defensive thing. Crappy ship's company. Oh, that's not a very good garrison for a level 3. So this is for chariots. Oh, we don't really have anybody producing chariots. What else do we get? Oh, the sky cutter. Yeah, the sky cutters and chariots. And then artillery there. Go Dragon Princes. There's no special buildings in this city. We can just stick with the basics over here.
Hello Gimpy, it is time to take a break. Go get some more water while you are up. This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Okay, we're going to skip this break, mainly because of all the interruptions we had with Rocket for the past hour or so. So we'll skip this break for now and keep moving. Thank you for watching.